I'm Tom Hardy and I play Jack Rose, who is the romantic hero lead of Colditz, A Love from Colditz. My job is to get home to be with Lizzie, who's my girlfriend in the piece. And it's pretty straightforward sort of hero lead stuff, you know, he's sort of honourable, honest and responsible, reliable, and getting on with the job, really. Things is it's a bit of a sort of ordinary person in an extraordinary circumstance. So I think it's all the attributes that he, like a hero, would go through in many ways, but making it human in this situation, as opposed to be sort of like many dimensional characters and trying to make it a multi-dimensional character. You know? The changes that go through Jack Rose from the beginning to the end. As ginormous as in anybody who goes through a situation or a circumstance like a war would change it. I should imagine, I've never been in one, who would change someone's attitude to life incredibly. You know? But I'm dealing very much so with getting back to Lizzie as I've never played a straight lead before. I normally get tortured characters and villains and angry young men, something like that, women. Rent boys, addicts, that sort of thing. So it was nice to sort of take on the classic British officer. So it's an opportunity, and also to get banged up in Colditz, which is every boy's dream in many ways. They're into do a war movie or period movie about something which has actually happened and is a classic story. Do you know what? I have absolutely no idea whether I'd try to escape myself. I'm a bit of a professional coward, really, so probably not. I just sat it out. But then again, it was a duty for these boys to escape. So from what I've read and research and stuff on these characters, and it was a different time, so I don't really know what I would have done. I suppose I'd have gone with the flow, really. Yeah, I'm reading Ten Chas's book as we go along. And nature of film and television is you get like 20 minutes to sort it all out, really, and then you sort of work it all out on set. So there's a lot of things going on here, actually, on the day that you shoot a specific scene, and sort of constantly reading script and reading as much research as you can get in, and looking about and looking at the costumes and props and sort of trying to inhabit a story, as well as trying to find out who you're representing as well, and talking to people. No, I haven't seen any of the Colditz films. No, I saw The Great Escape. I saw Steve McQueen. My old drama teacher was in the original Colditz television series as an extra, I think, or something. And, so he told me that I could ask him for any advice on how to sit on bunks and smoke cigarettes and stuff like that. Today we did a scene from this morning about Willis' character and Jack Rose's character, who were put into solitary confinement after their first escape to the sewers and tunnels, and they were locked up for that in solitary for the first time. So we went into the cellars and we sort of lay down in there and covered our eyes up for a few hours, and so then got into the park, which was really good fun, and sort of had the German, well, the Czech extras dressed as Germans drag us down the corridor and beat us up a bit before we came out into frame, and tried our best to do abused acting. Everything looks really real around here, which is good. It's excellent, and that's what we shot this morning. And then we did Appel. It's really getting to know everything at the moment. It's a very, for me, right now I'm still in the middle of an investigation, so I don't really know anything. Does that make sense? Just to be found out. And as soon as I do something, I let it go. To drop in on a set where people know each other, been working about 3 weeks, and you haven't acted in front of anybody or the crew or the cast before, and you get to know people, and especially having to, it's the last thing, so all the story has come before, has to be in the head, and to hit the right marks anyway in the room to make sense of everything that you're saying, and to basically come up with the goods. Is it's like dropping in on a black slope, really. When you're used to sort of going on the nursery slopes in many ways. So it was daunting a little. Damon's a very good actor, and so is Fire. So it was a challenge, really. So I just hope I got something right. And But it was good. It took 2 days to shoot. I mean, it was good. It was a good thing to learn, and as often is the case, we'll end up shooting things back to front anyway. So I better get used to it. Damon, I've worked with him briefly before. I think he covered my head up with a blanket at my first job when I died, in Band of Brothers. And that's about it. So it was nice to finally work with him, and I'd love to work with him again. Actually, I just finished work at the Alameda, and he was there prior to that, so I've sort of been on his heels for a bit, and it was good to work with him. He's a character.